Hello, everybody. Welcome to another ESEA Intermediate Season 32 North America Playoffs match. This time it's going to be the lower bracket finals between TGS and Nice Fucking Shirt, which is a nice fucking team name. And my name is Ito. I'm happy to bring you this one here. Just kind of hopping into this one. In all honesty, we see Frenzy is going to be trying to go for a little bit of action towards upper B there, and actually going to get granted a shot right onto Link almost immediately here. And Link is an absolute powerhouse of Nice Fucking Shirt, so that is a perfect start that TGS need. But now, because they're a player down, they're immediately going to go ahead and try to slow the pace of things down a little bit here. Vadi and Scout's looking to go down ladder room together, and they will do the job just fine. But now, the real challenge is getting out here uncontested here. Lots of nades will be blown out as a result, but the T's still have yet to meet the danger, which is going to be Emmons, who's going to find that first frag, no problem whatsoever, and gets it onto Vadi, gets a nice follow-up onto Scouts as well. Finally, there's a response from Nice Fucking Shirt. That's Hurricane picking up one, but that is all that is going to happen for them here, as they only drop a single player on that pistol round as they make it 1-0. That is about as good of a start as the CTs can hope for there. That opening shot onto Link was absolutely disgusting. And really, it just completely caught them off guard. Nice fucking Shirt. They didn't really have much to do. Once they went down a player that much, I guess they're afraid to commit to the inner area. Hurricane with his team doesn't seem to want to buy up a lot into this one. Frenzy has a lot on his shoulders here because the entirety of the T offense is going to be going right into his loving arms. He takes 3 before eventually going down, but because of that, Nice Fucking Shirt will be able to get a nice bomb plant down. Most likely a quick defuse, and most likely only one player going down in the midst of things as well. Indeed, that is the case. About a standard anti-eco. You have one player getting a nice amount of kills before they eventually fall, but really sometimes that's all you can hope for. Now they know who that inner player is. Perhaps they could go for something a little more sophisticated towards inner, but now since they have guns to work with, they can really expand their strategic opportunities here. They have one player wanting to cause a little bit of damage towards inner. Frenzy, I'm not sure it's going to be ready for it. The Molotov goes down, but he's just going to go ahead, lie in wait. Unfortunately, he takes nothing except 50 damage here, and Jerk doesn't have much luck either. He ends up getting punished immediately by Link, and Link is a scary figure on the server here. Definitely the one with the most experience, and definitely the one you need to be afraid of the most. No, former teammate of Link, who has talked about how skilled they are. He's been proving it rather well. Emmons stuck in T-Con right now. Just going to be watching his... He pushes out T-Con, excuse me. Not going to be gifted at Emmons. Most likely going to be trying to get flashed in by his teammate. He gets away with his life, only taking about half damage. Not too bad, all things considered. He got so much information out of that. And when you're down a player, information, sure, it's not as nice as a kill, but it's pretty damn close. And speaking of kills, Link is going to pick up a double, cracking open the B site and making this even harder now for the CTs here. Leak eats a little bit of damage as well. Frenzy most likely is going to be next on the chopping block here as Link is inching ever closer to taking him out. He might do the job with a nade. Text Frenzy down to 6 HP, and he is on life support right now. He's on borrowed time, and Link, he has absolutely won this team for NFS. He wants to extend a little further, though. He knows that he won the round for his team, but he wants kills to add to his collection. Unfortunately, he will push a bit too close to the sun, lose his life in the midst of it. Frenzy, most likely just going to be trying to save this AWP. Same story for Emmons, only with an AK in tow. But that is a very convincing round from Nice Fucking Shirt. Dropping one player, and it was a player that cracked open the B site. No problems whatsoever until he met his match towards Connector. That's exactly what you need. Scouts gets the kill. That's unfortunate. Way to end it for TGS. Things already weren't going their way in many situations, but now losing nearly every gun that you worked so hard to save, with the exception of Emmons. Who picked Train? I believe, let me go ahead and check. I believe this is the pick of Nice Fucking Shirt. I believe so. I have to see for sure. Because nice fucking sure, you know, relatively slow start on that pistol round. They seem completely zoned out of it. But it is a pistol round. You know, you lose those sometimes. They seem to be doing perfectly fine on that first gun round. Again, they lose a single player in the midst of it. About as convincing as you can get. Frenzy has again pushed his way up towards T-Con right now, but watching for it will be Hurricane. Unfortunately, the CT trying to punish any sort of setup backfired miserably, and he loses his life. He only had a CZ to drop, though, so it's not exactly the best grabs for the Ts, but it's another player down, and that just makes it so much harder for TGS. Just having one fewer player to really have to, for Nice Fucking Shirt, excuse me, to worry about on the battlefield, and well, just like that, it's going to be evened up. Surprisingly, Link goes down, and there's no trade whatsoever to speak of NFS here. A missed smoke as well coming out from, I believe it was Demise. Being said, though, not a lot seems to be hurting for them. Jarek is going to find a very fantastic shot onto a player over towards upper. 3 versus 4 now. Scouts has to be very careful with how he's getting this bomb down here. If he jumps up, he might lose his life, and surprisingly, Jerk and Leak combined to grab the 2 frags that they most definitely need on this retake here. And Jerk, excuse me, is just going to go ahead and try to stick this defuse. Not exactly sure if that will be what the doctor ordered, though, because he is just sticking on that entirely. Jerk has no fear whatsoever, and Hurricane knows it's a done deal. This is done. He's just going to go ahead, hide with his AK, and that will be another round for TGS, striking back just like that, despite going down 4 versus 5. Able to do just fine on the follow-up. I think it was most important there, Leak. Or, yeah, was it Leak? I think it was Leak who on the retake combined with Jerk to get those frags on the retake. That was absolutely essential. But speaking of players who start with L, Link, unfortunately, it kind of felt like he led a little bit of an L for his team. He peeked out of Pop Dog for no reason whatsoever, it felt like, and ended up leading to his untimely demise, which kind of sucks. But Nice Fucking Shirt have another shot at this immediately here. Their money is still healthy. They did get the bomb down after all, and even though they didn't do much after that, it's still enough to get something going. It's already off to a much better start here. Hurricane again gets another entry frag onto MXJ, and Scouts looks to find another one as well. Gets a shot. I would have thought that would have been a kill for Frenzy. I was about to call it quits on his life, but Scouts still managed to survive. 16 HP to work with, not a ton, but when you have the bomb down like that, this is already going to force TGS's hand as they desperately try to get a kill. They lose a teammate in the absolute battlefield over towards Ivy, and it's just bad news bears for TGS. It feels like they're just completely trading rounds right now, the CTs and Ts. This time it's going to be NFS coming out on top. Thanks to a very nice retake, or excuse me, not retake, a very nice take onto the B site from NFS. As the bomb blows up, TGS will remain with 2 players. Definitely going for the safer option, trying to save this one. Totally expecting, totally understandable too. These guns are going to be massive here because right now TGS are kind of scraping the bottom of the barrel when it comes to their artillery right now. They're going to have to force up some MP9s, perhaps even pistols if they're not feeling too fantastic about it. It's going to be kind of rough for them. See, Frenzy and Jerk are going to be trying to hold down the B site together here. Frenzy leading the charge with an MP9. If you can hear a little bit of information, he doesn't have to take this. He still has so much utility. He's going to take an early shot. And speaking of early shots, same story with Vatinator. He's going to be down to 28 HP before this execute even begins. Frenzy has to be a little bit scared here. We'll be trying to spam through the smoke, but it's MXJ to find the first. And with another player, again on borrowed time, it's a bit scary. Link will drag us back down to reality here as the T seem to want to push in. Jerk is playing very passive over here, just looking for that crossover towards the B site. He might be gifted it. Indeed he is. They walk right into his crosshairs, and there'll be another one who wants to go ahead and have a go at it as well. He goes down to half HP, and that is going to be now, this is going to be a very tough post-plant situation for the T's now. Nice Fucking Shirt on the board. They have the more stacked roster, but TGS seem to be absolutely running away with this one. It's Vadinator with 20 HP left alone, and he's already out of this round. There's absolutely nothing he can do at this moment. They go ahead, stick that defuse. Vadinator will toss out a nice nade as a parting gift, but it's all over from there. TGS, they're going to pick up another one. And really, that was definitely off the back of that pretty fantastic retake that the CTs had, winning pretty much every gunfight that they had to. They didn't really struggle whatsoever, and maybe they're going to talk about it as a result. We see a pause coming through, most likely going to be from the Ts. It's still early on Train, and this is a very historically CT-favored map, but at the same time, there might need to be a couple of things that NFS should talk about. Because when they were pushing onto the B site there, it was really slow, kind of rigid. They dropped one player as they were crossing the site because there's no smoke to keep them safe from Jerk's AWP. And on top of that, they almost gave up another player while doing it as well. Scouts peaked and got bogged down to half HP, was it? So those are two quickly fixable mistakes. Just set down a smoke to watch the cross or something of the sort. It would make the job a lot harder for TGS. NFS, though, they want to take things over towards the outer area. Switch up the bomb site might be your key to victory here. Leak on the site is going to toss out a nade, and MXJ is going to find the first frag here. Leak peeks out and loses his life because of it. Still, though, the CTs are whittling away at every member of the T side, one by one here, eventually leading it up to Scouts alone. Now, this is still technically a winnable situation. He can isolate a lot of 1v1 fights. Unfortunately, doesn't come out on top of any of them and loses his life just as quickly as a result, making it 5 rounds for TGS, but all things considered, that was another very secure round for the CT side, excuse me. Leak gave up his life while sitting on bomb train there. That perhaps was an unnecessary peek, but it still was enough to cause so much damage to NFS. And now they are kind of working with very, very little here. Most likely just going to be trying to get this bomb down over towards inner, where you see Scouts and Link are bringing the action over towards Pop Dog. Going out very, very quickly here before the CTs even have time to take control of it. Demise tacked down to 18 HP is going to be a little bit of a liability for this team. But it's already a really big liability situation here. The CTs have pretty much every advantage that they could possibly hope for here. They have 2 Kriegs to work with, 2 M4s, and AWP up against Deagles, no armor. This is going to have to be an absolutely massive round. I wouldn't be surprised if we see none of TGS going down. Not off to a good start, though. Link nearly finds one through the smoke. That boost didn't quite work out, bear the fruits that they would have hoped. Emmons drops eventually after being whittled away by these Deagles one by one, but eventually things are going to fall onto one man, Hurricane, against 4 members of TGS. Deagle in tow, excuse me, but not much else. No armor. No nades. Hurricane wants to try to isolate a 1v1 fight, but I'm not even sure if he'll be given the opportunity, excuse me. Frenzy's playing this absolutely safe as well. He knows that the T could be possibly anywhere by now. Hurricane is a big question mark to the CTs. No need to take the craziest fights that you want. Keep that utility, keep those kits. Frenzy will do just that. Backing up his position, Hurricane will rotate over towards Seacon. Once he judged the area safe, but he wasn't ready for the next member. That's Leak with a nice triple to make things nice for TGS here. Just like that, NFS, their gun round fell flat on its face. They got a single member, sure, but they didn't get the bomb down, and that's going to make their buy a little more of a pain. They were still able to piece together something nice. Hurricane is stuck on Galil, sure, and you have a couple of players on low nades, but still going to be enough for them to get a very strong execute out. You can see NFS, they know that their inner is probably their best bet to getting around on the board here. However, Jerk wants to stop it right here. He'll do 1 point of contact and get 1 kill as a result. Frenzy will go ahead, follow up for another 3 versus 5, just like that. TGS have completely locked down this B site. It is closed. Go elsewhere. That is the message that they are spreading, and NFS have to respect it, at least for now. They still have tons of utility. None of it has been expended or used over towards that B site. Not even for an execute, not even for an early pick. Jerk and Frenzy really kind of ruined their day with those kills, and MXJ isn't going to make it much better for them either. The two players will be Hurricane and Demise now. They're not even going to have a shot of it. TGS are absolutely running over NFS on the CT side as they make it 7, getting closer and closer to officially winning this half. There's not much more that they could hope for at this rate. Try to make it as dominant as you can. That's most likely going to be their next life goal. What they have to be aiming for here. Frenzy and Leak have been causing chaos on the A-bomb site here, and they're keeping it up here. A rain of fire is going to have to be NFS's first trial to deal with. They're not going to succeed. Link goes down immediately here. No chance for him with those pistols. MXJ picks up another. Scouts soon wants to peek his head. Give it up for the chopping block, perhaps. They have a player over towards E-Box. That's Foddy. Finds absolutely nothing. Doesn't shoot a bullet before he falls. Scouts fares a little bit better. Does a tiny bit of damage onto one player over towards E-Box, but falls all the same. And again, it's going to be another scenario where NFS can't really find anything on these pistol rounds, excuse me. Sometimes you just have to wonder if they're going to go ahead, try to up the pace, maybe bring things over towards B, maybe try to just get a straight up bomb plant down. Perhaps it's in your best interest considering you haven't been able to find the kills like you would have hoped. Demise, he's given a shot, but is quickly whisked away by Emmons and Leak. Has to be a little bit grateful for his teammate to keep him alive in a scenario like that. TGS find another easy round for them, officially winning this half. And NFS, yeah, they're going to go ahead and call another one here. This is going to be a big, what's the word here? I guess turning point for TGS now. If Nice Fuckin Shirk get this gun round on the board, they can easily make this a competitive half. They're going to have to win probably a couple of gun rounds in a row in a convincing fashion to truly break the money of TGS. But I know Nice Fuckin Shirk have the skill for it. Easily do. Both these teams are stuck in the lower brackets, so they have struggled in their respective ways. But this is the pick of Nice Fuckin Shirk, and you're going to really have to hope that they have something in store. Unpause comes through. We'll see them give it another shot here. Down 8-2 on the T side. It's not looking fantastic for them, but we got to see something from some of them soon. Else, the T side are going to be completely zoned out of this one here. They're going to be going for a nice pop flash into the B site here, but there's no AWP waiting for them this time. Jerk has completely backed off, doesn't even want to take this fight. He knows it was kind of a one and done position. Frenzy is a little more aggressive, tosses his Molotov, okay. Got to work on the lineup for that one. That's unfortunate. Still nonetheless so, the CTs are in a healthy place right now. If they can get NFS to expend a little bit more of their utility, they can make this a very fruitful hold for them. But you can't count your chickens before they hatch, because Nice Fuckin Shirk have some pretty incredible players on their team here. Some very good aimers. And sure as hell have a lot of experience as well. Foddy, Link, they're the players I look up to. However, we're going to have to rely on Frenzy and Jerk right now to try to hold down the site for the opposing team here. Frenzy is most likely going to be the first point of contention here. He looks away from upper at just the wrong time, loses his life just as quickly. As a result, Jerk is now going to be the next face to try to follow up, greet the T's in a nice welcoming fashion, but won't have any luck of it either. Link, again, another kill for him. The two players who I said need to step up on the T side are doing just that. Find a kill apiece here, and they're just running them down one by one here. Leak finally responds with a kill. Much needed, but there needs to be more where that came from. Because now, the bomb is already relatively far ticked. Sure, there's still plenty of time to expend, but the CTs don't exactly have the forward position that they would have hoped for here. And again, it's just not looking much better. Leak is doing all the heroics that he could possibly hope for. He's on a triple, but he's going to need to pull off something miraculous. Nade comes through, no chance whatsoever. Foddy, Hurricane, last two left alive, and they take a little bit of damage while doing it, Nice Fuckin Shirk, but they get another round on the board. And really, it's kind of a game of numbers at this point. I'm not talking money. I'm talking when it actually comes to those round wins. They're going to need to put up something a little more formidable when this is your map pick. Even if it's on the T side, you're going to need something amazing. You're gonna need something, I wouldn't say amazing, you just need something promising in general, because I haven't really been convinced until that round. Nice Fuckin shirt definitely have it in them. Their peaks can come at just the right time if they play their cards correctly, and they seem to be playing them just perfectly here. On the cards will be scouts. Picking up one, his teammate will fall in return. Equivalent exchange to the very end, it seems. Leak hiding behind E-Box. We'll have his teammate re-smoke Pop Dog so he can sit safely, but he will back up nonetheless here. Force NFS to rethink their position here. Rethink if they even want to go towards the A site. The CTs still have a good, healthy amount of utility to expend. Frenzy will toss his Molotov. This time he won't miss it. That's a good start. And this is now a very tricky position for Nice Fuckin shirt to be in. They have a good amount of utility on their side as well. Triple smokes, they can make something very nice out of this. But they're a bit low on flashes, and they only have a single molly. It's not without a couple of asterisks that you see this. I think, do NFS have a shot at this one? Link has completely snuck in. They're playing this completely contact-wise, and they lose a player so quickly while doing it. Doesn't seem to work out in their favor. Fortune is not on their side, except when it comes to Link, who gets one in the back line. It's now 2 versus 3. TGS, they seem to be falling at their most core areas now. The T's have infiltrated, and they're taking each member down, assassinating them, and giving them no chance. Jerk might have a nasty surprise awaiting him if he were to turn a couple of degrees to the back. Jerk will find the first kill. That's a nice one on Devati, but 10 seconds remaining, and he's going to get jump scared by Link. He struggles a little bit on the spray, but gets it nonetheless here, making it a 4th round at last for Nice Fuckin shirt. And again, that's a really nice round from them. Want to see a little more convincing action like that. It feels like it's been a bit rough for them recently. But they seem to have bounced back into this. TGS have one more good buy into this before things start getting a little bit scary, a little bit dicey for them. Before we might be staring down the barrel of an 8-7 half. There's still a little bit of a ways to go before that even happens. And Nice Fuckin shirt, he gotta toss down the smoke, scouts. He just completely seems to forget about it, and he burns alive as a result. Nice shot from Vatty, though. I want to say that with a Krieg. 2 versus 3, it doesn't favor the T's whatsoever, especially as they drop another player. Fadi, you're going to need to go massive here. He's found 2, but he still needs to double up on the amount of kills that he has. Has a bomb in hand, nade flash as well. Has a couple of nice tools. But Jerk is primed, or at least an approximate location where Vatty Nader could be, making things considerably harder. And the CTs are pretty healthy on utility of their own, plus they're healthy when it comes to actual health. This is going to be a tough one for Vatinator to win. I can't exactly see it working in his favor. He's going to need to isolate a couple of 1 versus 1 fights here, as he seems to want to rotate all the way around. Towards inner, perhaps. Taking it slow and steady. Maybe it can win the race in the end here, because Frenzy, even though he's just kind of shallowly peeking this, Jerk is still in his position. If Fatty can win this fight onto whoever he decides to go towards, perhaps he can have a chance at this. Perhaps he can find it in, or it could fall right on its face. A lot of question marks here. He fakes a bomb plant once. The CTs are now onto him. They can get into better locations. Frenzy will just push right through the smoke, take care of him immediately. But still, at the very least, even though this will be a 9th round on the board, TGS, their money is hurting just a little bit more now. They're going to have one more secure buy in them, but they dropped 3 players while doing it. It's not going to be without asterisks as well. Maybe they can force together something more. Actually, their money is a lot healthier of a state than I thought it was. Nice Fuckin shirt gonna probably call another pause. I'm guessing it's them. As they pick up 9, NFS might just want to talk about things, because I felt like Vadi at the very end of that probably had the best sort of execution, because he was able to get the bomb down. First time we saw that in a while, it feels like. Now the money's hurting a lot less for NFS because of that bomb plant. It really does matter, the small things like this. They have 2 more chances to go ahead and pick up rounds on the T side before they swap over. I haven't been fully convinced by NFS on this T side just yet, but I want to see something that can blow my mind. Make me happy here. Kills are about even among all the members on the T side here. Vadi is a notable exception at 8 kills, but even that's relatively close. Early inner control being taken by the Ts. The CTs are again in their passive positions here. They haven't really been contested too much outside of those 4 rounds that they lost, but all the rounds that TGS have won have usually been in a relatively convincing fashion. I believe that last round was the most competitive we saw when they dropped 3 guns. Other than that, not a lot going the way of NFS. That's a really bad flash from Scouts, unfortunately. But they're the ones playing in the IM playoffs, not me, so who am I to say? Demise most likely going to be trying to set up for an A execute. At least they have the smokes ready for it. Vodinator most likely will be the welcoming guest, the representative for the T side here, as they want to slowly push in, wait for the smokes to plume, go out right behind it. Vadi still has a smoke in hand, but it's already off to a massively terrible start for them. MXJ drops a player before they even have a chance to respond. There's a response that we need, but it's a little bit delayed because now the CTs are able to get those rotations through, and this becomes considerably harder for NFS because CTs, they're already all over this, like flies to a rotten cake, flies to a rotten whatever. Because this push has gone absolutely rotten. Gotta go ahead, try to take it towards the other site. 20 seconds left on the clock while they do it. Drop a player. Scouts on 1 HP. Demise not much better either at 59. He's gonna lose his life immediately. Scouts has no chance at this whatsoever. He could be, murdered by if he got breathed on. Something like that. It's the end of the line for him. TGS get double digits. Round number 15, NFS. They still have a chance to make this 10-5. It's not the end of the world if you can't put together something absolutely crazy on the T side like this. But considering it was their map pick, I was expecting a little more crazy strats from them. I haven't really seen Ivy get exploited all too much. Jerk is going to be going for something a little more aggressive, up the ante a little bit, but NFS are quickly there to try to trade him out before he's able to cause that many antics. Frenzy picks up a nice double onto the weak players of NFS. Only dropping 1 player, denying NFS so much space. Basically zones the T's out of this round almost entirely. They have to change their approach to this almost entirely, which they will do. Myers basically gave away the positions of the T, with that shots that he took. Emmons gets a nice frag on the board. But again, this is still very, very hard for NFS. They can try to get the bomb down. That would be something for them to play against, I suppose. But right now, it's not money that you need to worry about. It's putting yourself in a favorable situation, which they don't exactly have a lot of right now, don't they? Demise, nice flash through. Hurricane gets a nice kill to avenge his teammates, but Frenzy with an incredible quad kill is going to go ahead close things out for TGS as they make it another round on the board. 10-5 in favor of TGS right now. So now we'll be swapping sides, giving it a shot the other way around. Not too bad from them. 4-11. Honestly, all things considered, I know the T side of Nuke is rough, but I feel like this is still very much winnable from TGS. I honestly am not too worried. I feel like I've seen a lot of crazy CT holds that this is workable. It's not pretty, sure. They're going to have to mount the 12-3 if they want to make this in regulation. But I still feel like this is very much redeemable from NFS. They're going to have the shot on the CT side this time around, so perhaps will be more their style, more their groove. They're going to need it because 5 rounds away are all that TGS are from going up 1-0 in this series and stealing the map pick away from Nice Fuckin Shirt. But they're not having a nice fucking performance right now, and that's something we need. Give it another shot. Why don't you? Ooh, Hurricane wants to be boosting scouts on top. He has dualies. I've been seeing a lot of dualies recently. This is kind of surprising to me. However, TGS don't even want to bother with this. Nice smoke on sidewalk from Jerk will go through, and the T's will all collapse right behind it here. Oh, but they're pushing up through the sidewalk. I love this, bringing the fight to the CT scouts. That was Dual Berettas unique, didn't help you whatsoever. And the Clocks are just winning the fights in such dominant fashions right now. Finally, Link is able to respond with one, but he's quickly traded out. And Hurricane just saved this kit at the point. It's already too far gone. You have a single point of health. What are you gonna do? Breathe? You're gonna die, man. It's the end of the line for Hurricane before he even has a chance to survive, before he even has a chance to pop off, or even get that kit to its desired location. Single point of health is all that he has remaining as TGS absolutely maul Nice Fuckin Shirt on the pistol round. And I said that Nice Fuckin Shirt need to put together something solid on the CT side. I figured this pistol round was gonna be possibly the best start. That oh my goodness, I can't believe Hurricane actually survived that. That's absurd. He surely would have died there. 1 HP, still manages to save that kit in a smoke for another rainy day. But the rain is falling for them. They need to stem this wound. It's starting to get out of control now. Winning that pistol round is all the momentum, the violence, speed, momentum, Force and CD that they needed to really close this game out. Not only 4 rounds away from doing it. The T's are going to play very, very passive for this one here. I think they have some sort of read on the situation from Nice Fucking Shirt that they want to close the distance somehow. They'd be a little bit wrong about that. Scouts wants to be abiding them. It's a B stack. That's most notable from it, most likely, but not too much to speak of, all things considered. It's not exactly a spectacular setup. No crazy aggression that we're seeing from Nice Fucking Shirt. We're seeing a single Zeus come out. Hurricane is their only A player. But TGS, perfectly fine playing this slow. Everything is in their favor right now. Why force the situation? And when they do force the situation, they're going to win every single gunfight they need. Jerk finds a nice, clean kill onto Hurricane. Drops a player with a kit in the smoke. Gives it much less for the CT to work with here. Link has tried to retrieve, excuse me, a little bit of artillery that his fallen comrade had, but just like that, it's already out. No more chances for you. Nice Fucking Shirt will stumble on this follow-up round. Don't manage to get any kills in the midst of it, or perhaps they do. Frenzy's practically giving it to them right now. Giving it to them, I should say. But it still won't work out, despite being given the perfect chance to pop off. Emmons will get a nice quad kill. Keep things clean for TGS as they now go up on 13, inching ever closer to that finish line on map number 1 and stealing it away in the lower bracket finals of ESEA Intermediate Season 32. You guys are just joining. My name is Ito. I'm really happy you guys are watching. I feel like this is a fun game. Quickly towards inner is going to be the recipe and the order for Nice Fucking Shirt. And TGS as well. They'll meet up, have a nice meet up together here, but the CTs will quickly back off, give up their plans early. Nice trade through when they do eventually commit to that, and a fantastic follow-up, excuse me, from League as he makes it double. It's double trouble for them. They get the bomb down, and it's just looking a lot worse for their way right now. Finally, they have a player go down. But it's not without Leak picking up a triple. Make it a quad kill. What a round from Leak. Completely stomps TGS. Excuse me. Completely stops Nice Fucking Shirt. Ruining all highlight potential of that clip by getting the team names wrong. That's the Ito style, apparently. Nice Fucking Shirt. Every chance that they have seems to be falling away in a moment's notice here. CTs are going to be going for a little more inner control this time around. Demise is going to be joining the party. Link finds it first. I was out over towards Fuckin here. Scouts, no chance. That auto shotgun gives him absolutely no shot against the CTs. Now things go quiet for just a little bit longer perhaps. MXJ wants to close the distance over towards Fuckin. Frenzy eats a nade as well. The two Ts over towards A are hurting pretty hard right now. And the Mac 10s aren't doing them any favors either here. MXJ drops Vatinator. So it's a 3 versus 3. It's all even up until Jerk decides to make it not so. He's on 2 points of health. I feel like there's been so many players who are just scraping by the skin of their teeth, but it just always seems to be favoring TGS here. Demise, he's going to be left alone this time around. This was a 3 versus 3. It just all came down to Demise alone just because they lost those very small gunfights. Jerk on 2 HP, MXJ on 40. This is just far from... Oh my god, Demise. Demise! Why does this keep happening to me? He's right behind you. Thank you. I wasn't sure if he saw him or if the view model was blocking him or something. That's one low player down. They tag up the other. But it's all far gone. And another round on the board for TGS. One single play away from perhaps closing out this game. For 15, TGS have absolutely stomped them on train right now. Bus, this doesn't seem to arrive for them, nor does the train. League is going to go ahead, try to pick up an AWP, perhaps to change the tides of this war that NFS are taking right now. And they seem to be doing a lot better when the AWP is brought out, as League hasn't been able to find much of anything here. He has a single kill in it, sure, but didn't seem to get capitalized on whatsoever here as they drop player after player. MXJ still in the picture though. He's still causing damage here as Bodinator plays with fire and so does Hurricane. Get punished. Now straight back down to a 2 versus 2, 2 versus 1. What is Scouts doing? He just peeked out for no reason. This could be Leak actually winning this for his team. I thought it was going to be so far gone. It was a 2 versus 4 made into 1 versus 1 at the very end of things. Demise has no clue where it is, and it's Leak running away with this game. Another quad kill from him. He has been disgusting for his team. 16-4, absolutely dominant. Where were nice fucking shirt for all of that? They might have a nice fucking shirt, but they have a terrible fucking CT side. But not a nice fucking showing on train here. We are going to go ahead and toss it to a break before we head to map number 2. We'll be Dust 2. My name is Ito. We'll be back very, very, very soon. Thank you for watching. That was absolutely crazy.